Auto Wholesale Team. We'll buy it. Old or new, car, truck, SUV, van, call to set up an appointment. Then stop in, make the sale, and get instant payment. Sell your vehicle to United Auto's Wholesale Team.
Disruption Networks.
These years, you're still not on that intro, Justin Smithson. What's up, everybody? Local Music Monday.
That's that bullshit, Anthony.
We're celebrating our 5-year anniversary at the D. Here it is.
Woohoo! Yay!
We got a cake. Thank you to Kelly Ray. I love you,
Happy
babe.
birthday.
Thank you so much for the cake. We got a little Instacart today. She's like, I got a little present coming for you today. I'm like, oh, no, what is she going to send me now? And sure enough, it's a chocolate cake. So we're going to have some chocolate surprises in just a little bit. So we'll cut them up and chop it up. And
All my alien friends are going to make fun of me. Well,
why is that?
Just because we're called the cake eaters.
Oh.
We're familiar.
Yeah.
You know, we're familiar, so we're the cake eaters. I think
Gotcha.
Frankfurt was the spaghetti pushers.
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know what. Stupid nicknames for all the Valley schools, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Before we get into everybody's nickname, I got to give a shout out to my sponsors, United Auto Sales, 4994 Commercial Drive in Yorkville. Stop in their showroom and see why it's easy to do business with United, or visit them online, unitedusedcars.com. Thank you to EJA Moving Services, the professional movers. When you're ready to move and relocate, hit up Eddie at 315-335-0516, EJAmoving.com. Shout out to Joey's at 307 Mohawk Street. Get yourself a good dinner. Get yourself some lunch. Get yourself some drinks, some beverages. They even do catering. They're awesome. Shout out to Grabski and the crew. 315-864-3527 for some reservations. Shout out to Billy the Liquor Guy. Under Too Long is a book on Amazon or wherever you get your books. Check it out. It's an amazing book. It'll definitely keep you on the edge of your seat. Thank you to Utica Coffee. We're drinking Half Moon Coffee today in celebration of our 5-year anniversary here at the D. So thank you to Frank and Heather. They've been with us since day one.
Oh, yeah.
I love those two
Great
so
people.
much. Another company that's been with us since day one, Saranac Brewery. They always keep us hydrated here around the D. So thank you to Saranac. Saranac.com. Check them out online. Check out their website. You can get some merchandise.
Yeah.
They got some great beer. Justin's drinking a UC right now.
UC for me.
You see for him. I love it. So he's got one hand. He's double-fisted today. One hand, he's got Utica Coffee. The other hand, he's got a dropped Utica Club.
The fumbles.
No, not a Utica Club. My phone.
Oh, you dropped your phone.
Oh, yeah, no. Dude, I'd never dropped a beer. Okay,
Yeah, what
let's
am I
be
thinking?
real here.
What am I thinking right now? And also big ups to my friend and lawyer Dave Longaretta, 315-735-6162 if you need some legal advice. And then also, certainly, last but not least, Ballsy, ballwash.com. Use promo code members only for 15% discount. Get yourself some nut rub. Hygiene for your groin area.
You have no idea.
Right now?
Oh, all the time. It just doesn't matter.
No.
Doesn't matter. Like, you know that thing where, like, if you don't, like, you can't take a shower one day and you, like, spray yourself with cologne? I'm still doing a nut rub, too.
Yeah.
You know, you have to.
I've counted because I went 5 days without showering, and my nuts still smelled fantastic. 5 days. Forest fresh.
My man.
Yes, 5 days.
I love it.
That's the hippie in me.
Yeah, sure.
What's the longest you've ever gone without taking a shower, Justin?
Me?
Yeah.
2 days.
2 days?
Yeah. I wasn't happy about it either.
No.
Like, I mean, it's like, you know, I could get into the whole hippie culture, but the problem with me is I like to smell good and be showered. I can't.
Right.
I can't not shower. Like, there has to be a really good fucking reason for me not to hop in the shower for 10 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, there's been some days I've been lazy and been like, oh, I don't want to shave my head today. And I'll just hop in the shower and, like, I'll look like, you know, like I got, you know, side and back poof in my hair, but I still showered. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I would disgust you if I told you my longest. I don't even want to get into
Oh,
it.
God.
I would disgust you. Joining us today, Pepper on the Salad. Got my man Austin and Dan in the house. These guys are fairly new. Well, Austin, you guys have been playing music for a long time. I've known you since you were a kid.
Yeah,
playing drums. But how long's Pepper on the Salad been going?
All right, so I guess, Pepper on the Salad now is its own original band. Mm-hmm. The way it all started was my old band Carnelian.
Oh my God! How many different bands have you had? Your young existence.
So I was in the band Carnelian, and me and Matt Combs were on here. We did the Toys for Tots drive at Lucas one year. So Matt moved away to Florida.
Oh, really?
But at the same sense, we had Gabe Lockwood as our bass player. So he introduced us to our buddy, our new guitar player, Matt O'Brien. And it was me, Gabe, Matt, and Combsy jamming, trying to do the Carnelian thing. And then I think Gabe ended up moving, and Matt lives in Florida now. So before all that ended, we pulled Dan in on saxophone. And then Matt took off, and Gabe moved away from Clinton, I believe, wherever he is now.
Did he? He moved like out of.
I don't know. I haven't talked to him in a little while.
I love Gabe.
Yeah, me too, man. He's awesome. I love him.
Great player too.
Yeah, he's great. Yeah. So then when Gabe stepped down, we got Bobby from Scio playing bass now instead of guitar.
Wow.
Which when we were young, 12, 13 years old, that's how it started, was me on drums and Bobby on bass.
And that was more of a hardcore band.
Dude, not even. Back in when we were like 13 years old, we were like the biggest Lamb of God wannabes ever. You know what I mean? Like Bobby was like still 4 foot nothing as he is now, you know, but he was playing like a BC Rich Warlock bass.
Yes.
You know? So but then that's how we started. And then years down the road, we did the Scio thing. Mm-hmm. Dan was the vocalist in Scio for a few, actually.
That's right.
So,
Yeah, I remember.
So we've for the past, I think we were talking about like over 10 years individually, all of us have been playing an instrument.
That's crazy.
As far as like Pepper now, we just started probably with a full on like ready to play shows. When was Greg Fest?
What was that? It's October? No, August for sure.
So August was our first show with Gabe on bass. And then we did the 12 North show for Masucci. We did the Animals Benefit. And then we just did New Year's Eve in Herkimer, and we actually have another show in Herkimer at Surfside Tavern. February 26th. Doors are at 8 o'clock. Pepper on the salad. We start at 9 and come party.
Pepper on the Salad sounds like a jam band. Would you define your music as a jam band?
Oh, that was another thing we were talking. I'll let Dan handle this.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Dan. Because don't you feel like every jam band in the world has some sort of food based around their name? Little biscuits.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, I love it.
Right. Go ahead.
Let's see. So, what was the question again? You know what I mean? The laughter distracted me from where we were at.
Do you consider us a jam band?
Yeah. Well, so I'd say, I mean, from what we were talking about yesterday, there's so many different elements musically that happens between some songs end up more bluesy, some songs end up more straightforward rock, some fall into, I guess, strange primacy elements. And,
love it.
There's always that twisted jam though in there. So, maybe experimental rock jam, you know what I mean? In that direction, it's kind of hard to define. I mean, what bands do you hear about in the area who play saxophone that combine with other instrumentation that pulls heavy from rock, metal, jam throughout time? So
yeah.
It's definitely one of those things. I mean, at least for my shoes, I know playing with these guys is like I'm walking onto a stage and I'm like, oh damn, there's an all-star lineup behind me. This is no pressure, pressure.
Players for sure.
But I'd say experimental jam rock is probably the direction of genre if you were to title it. But we go all over the place. We're trying to just really get into the audience, let the audience feel who we are on stage, and give them a true kind of telling as they experience the show, rather than, you go see some bands, you're like, I want to see this song, and this song. Well, we kind of just, I don't know, we just wing it out in some areas, and it works out perfect a lot of the time, and you would never tell that we weren't, in some weird sonic syncopation, and it's a good time, honestly, the whole time.
We do have some songs that I guess you could say we get carried away on. but in the same sense, like, we also take... Yeah, so we cover that one, but, like, we play it... we make it our own, you know what I mean? Because, like, that's like an EDM song from the 90s, There's really not much you can do other than make it a full band rock song. But then, like, we do Peaches by the Presidents.
Yeah.
So we cover Peaches, and we take, like, the ending and, like, we give it, like, a way more punk vibe than it has, you know, and then pull it back in for the ending, you know. So we like taking things and changing them and making them our own. So that's where I don't like to say jam, because I feel like if you're just jamming, there's no roadmap to work with. There's no structure, you know, and
You could get lost really quick.
real quick, you know, like you got it, like, and that's why I say we can get carried away with certain parts, but we're not just up there noodling, you know what I mean?
for sure.
Everything is the way it's supposed to be, you know, even though it's going to be different every time. So it's pretty fun. It's a lot more fun than I'm used to, at least. That's for sure.
I think Bobby would agree with you 100% there. I mean, you picture this, right? I mean, we've all seen him from all throughout time. He's played in these hardcore bands.
Yeah, I'm just thinking the same thing. Like, you guys were like this hardcore, heavy metal type of band. And now here you guys are playing block rock and beats.
Yeah. We also cover Muffin Man by Zappa.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, so we have a very, like, my favorite one is we covered Jerry Was a Race Car Driver. So that's obviously my favorite one because, again, when me and Bobby were kids, that's what we started playing was Primus, Rage Against the Machine, shit like that. And then Bob flipped to guitar and we started doing, you know, Lamb of God, stuff like that. So for Bobby to come in playing bass, I know he's said it multiple times, like he's broken out of his shell. He's doing something different in music that he's not used to, and that's where all the fun's coming from. So
it makes you more of a complete player, anyways.
it does, and it's I think breaking out of your shell, like for me, for example, like coming from just metal, the song is the way the song is. Like my parts don't change. You know what I mean? To being able to have the freedom to play percussion style drumming, you know what I mean? Because it's just me up there. So like I can make use of all my stuff to where it sounds like we potentially have two drummers while keeping everything in time, you know?
Very cool.
And it's a lot of fun. And if you're not having fun, I don't really see a point in it. You know what I mean? Like money's cool. That's awesome.
You ain't going to make any money, pal.
That's fine. I'm good with that. I would rather be happy having a good time than worrying about putting money in my pocket. You know what I mean?
Justin, would you ever consider playing in a jam band?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you guys in Showtime kind of extend your songs out a little bit here and there, kind of jam it out a little bit.
Well, when we used to be into Dave Matthews heavy way back when.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, he's like, nah. Yeah, he's not like a real jam man. That's not like a real jam man. But I mean, they do jam. I mean,
it's a real jam band.
it is. I mean, like,
yeah, it is.
but like we used to take. I mean, we've done. My favorite song by them is number 41. We've done 25-minute versions of that before. I mean, like literally.
So you've done the regular live version.
Oh yeah. I mean, we used to. We used to do a full set of Dave Matthews Band, and so we would do the first two sets, like regular covers and everything. Then the whole third set, I would go back into the bathroom and I'd change into dorm pants, Doc Martens, and a T-shirt, and I'd put his guitar on. I knew how to do his dances. I did the whole thing. I sound like him, so I did the whole. You know what I mean? And like, and what ended up happening was we'd go to a show and like 10 people would show up for the first two sets, and then 300 people would walk in after the cover charge ended and watch us play our Dave set. And we're like, yeah, so we should probably mix it up a little bit now, because nobody's at the show.
I'd go to like a Mo show and I'd be like, I can never play in this band because I get so lost. I would be so lost, and like, you're jamming out for 15, 20 minutes, and I'd be like, all right, it's time to go back to the original song.
Yeah.
Like, wait, what was that song?
Well, like he was saying, like Austin was saying, though, you have to like, there's a lot of eye contact involved, and and even like I learned, back when we used to. I mean, we could still jam today. I mean, it's just a matter of. It's a matter of like there's always something where somebody will play something that they do every single time. Okay, like
those are the cues,
and those are the cues. So and so you could just dude, take as long as a solo as you want. Just play that thing you played like two nights ago.
So we call it the landmark.
Yeah. You play that thing you played 2 nights ago because I really dug that, and that's when we all know we go into the next section. You know what I mean? So it's like one of those things. I mean, that's what you're thinking in your head. No, never do anybody in the band ever say that to each other. You just know,
right?
Especially when you've been playing together for a long, long time. You just know. You know what I mean?
And I think that's what really helps. Like, so our guitar player Matt, he lives in Albany. Like I said, we just met him through Gabe. So, like, out of the three of us being me, Bobby, and Dan, we've known each other for the longest, with me and Bobby playing music together for the longest. But, like, Matt's ability and, like, how, like, quick we all became, like, such good friends, like, after jamming with Matt, like, he just picks up on it. Like, he just knows, like, what me and Bobby are thinking, or him and Dan are on the same page because Matt's doing a solo.
Guy's a machine.
That picks that ends, and then Dan picks up right where he left off. You know what I mean? And it's pretty cool to see the level of comfort that we all have with playing each other, especially when it's like we go 2-3 weeks without playing, and then we just show up in the room and we're like 20 minutes, one song later, we're like, yeah, that was wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other thing is, too, is listening. Not even just the eye contact, but you got to listen to what everybody's doing, you know, and not just pay attention to what you're doing, but you have to pay attention to the overall.
Yeah.
Super important.
Especially when you're solo. I mean, like, I know, you know, if I've ever jammed out before, like with a solo, you can kind of feel the vibe in the room. You know what I mean? Energy is, you know, through everybody and everything. So it's like, you know, you could feel the energy switch in the air, you know, and change from this is really cool to people start, you know, talking a little bit more.
Smoke break, you know?
Yeah, you know, oh man, you know what I mean? But, you know, if you're good enough at jamming, then you'll realize, like, before that point happens, that you bring it out, and then, you know, everybody's still intrigued on what's going on. You know?
I love the feeling of when you're looking at everybody in the band and everybody's in that pocket.
Sure.
And you're looking around and everybody's just got smiles on their face.
Yeah.
Wow, we're doing this?
Yeah.
You know, that's always a cool feeling.
Definitely, absolutely.
Wish I could rock a smile on my face half the time. I'm like too horned up, you know what I mean?
Right.
Was it easy for you to switch over to playing? Well, you've probably played a horn your whole life, but you've been a front man. You were singing before that. Was it easy for you to make that switch?
So from all the, I guess, like, instruments I've switched between, played between, filled in, wrote, you know what I mean, worked with throughout the last 10 years, 12 years, saxophone has been the backdrop one that I've done, like, studied. So I've just kind of naturally kept up with it. And although I didn't play it so much, maybe like 3 years time frame before starting to play with these guys, it felt so natural coming back into it. It was like, again, playing with a guy like Matt, who he can play anything under the freaking sun. Yeah. It's like either so much musicality you can feel from him that from a playing aspect, my fingers just naturally start moving where they need to. You know, I'm not thinking about the motion. I'm just acting in it, you know? So it's
that muscle memory.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
I definitely. There's
it's
things.
A real thing, man. We talk about that a lot around
Big
here.
time. Dude, we when we did the New Year's set, there was one spot in our song "Tooth Decay," and it's like it's a pretty nice little groove.
Tooth
That
Decay. I love it. Come on.
Hey,
these names are incredible.
You want to put this all on Tooth Decay? Okay.
Yeah.
Flat.
So there's one spot, and it was like the first time that my fiance had seen us, like, since we wrote all this new material, and she's like obviously my biggest supporter, so she's standing in the back, and I lock eye contact, and I'm laughing with her, and I mouth, you know, hold on, and I do the whole end section with my eyes closed. But it's like the muscle memory, just knowing where things are, where the sounds you need to be are. Like, it's so that's like what I consider like the best part of music. You know what I mean?
Being in the zone.
Yeah.
It's as you were saying, it's the pocket, man. I mean, especially when you're living in the pocket for a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes at some certain points, you know, you just kind of feel out of body. You know what I mean? You're looking back at yourself a little bit, and you're like, I can't even believe this is happening.
Right.
I would like to point out that when Pepper on the Salad first started, Dan's saxophone only had 4 working notes.
Yeah, it was a rough moment.
Wow.
It was a rough moment.
And even then, that first practice with Dan's 4 notes, we were like, that's it. We're doing it. Like,
those are the greatest 4 notes I've ever heard in my life.
Everything's in EAB.
Yeah.
I was like, check this guy. I'm gonna hit a B, and then we're gonna hit no other note for the next minute.
Just
hold that B.
Rhythms.
Sounds like he's just blowing through a straw at that point.
That's the one thing, though. You can't teach feel. You can't teach the pocket. You can teach theory till you're blue in the face. You can teach notes and all that scales, but you can't teach the feel.
You can't. It's just one of those things you have to do. You know, all that learning. Put it to use.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. we got some people checking in. I haven't been paying attention to the comments. Thank
That's
you.
why, like, for the past couple episodes, I've been tuning in,
It's
like,
great,
for the comments
dude.
and
I'm
trying
glad
to
that
write
you do.
back and stuff. I'm still paying attention. If you guys see me down there writing, it's just, writing back to everybody.
I'm glad you do. So I got to give a big shout out to Joe Town. Thank you, Joe Town. Congratulations to everybody here at the D, not just me, to everybody. It's been it takes an army to do what we do around here, and we've got a great team, and I think our team is better than ever. When we've been doing this 5 years,
man.
we've had some people come and go.
It's like a well-oiled machine.
Right now, yeah, we're hitting on all cylinders.
Yeah,
so
man.
Thank you so much. What's up to Tim Moyer, Mr. Timmy Boy? I got to tell you, I saw Under the Page recently.
Yeah.
We went to see him at the gig.
Yeah, it was really good when Tim left the stage and Joe Altier got up and
I wasn't there for that.
I'm just saying that was the highlight of the night for me, and I wasn't even there.
Yeah. You saw the video?
Yeah,
The
I
video
saw the
sounded
video.
great.
Yeah, Tim wasn't there on the stage, which made it all better for me. I'm kidding.
I could go out. I go out and see Showtime, and it's a good time, and we'd sit in the back or whatever. But Tim always has to call me out every time I go to one of his shows. He's always going, "Oh, there's Z from Disruption Network," and also like, "God damn, I just tried to be inconspicuous."
Yeah, right.
Usually, if we go out and see Showtime, like me, Bobby, and all of Dan and everybody, Jose throws a shout out to us because me and Bobby.
That's where I recognize you guys from.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Me and Bobby are former students, and then Jose's he's just known me and Bobby forever. So
Yeah, we got a lot of Frankfurt in the house right now.
When we were talking
Yeah.
about feel, Jose just wrote "feel this."
Shout out to Motorlord. Thank you, man. Good to hear from you, Marshall, and the rest of the Motorlord crew.
Yeah.
If you guys are watching on Facebook, please click that share button. It'd be greatly appreciated. And if you're watching over on YouTube, smash that like button and subscribe to our channel. Let's see, what else do we got? Oh, Roy Costin jumping in. Good to hear from you, Roy. Thank you so much for your congratulations, Wist. And one more time, too, thank you to Kelly for getting us the cake. We should cut right into it.
Yo,
I'm
shout
about
out.
it.
You're about to celebrate, too, man. The Bengals are in the Super Bowl. That's your
damn
team.
right. Yeah,
I think you're the only Bengals fan I know.
and that's fine.
Yeah, but that's why his hat is all blacked out, because you don't want anybody to know like that you're a
So-
Bengals fan until you win, and then you'd be like, "See, I'm wearing the Bengals
Well,
hat."
see, no, this is what I was saying yesterday. Was I ran my mouth about my own team all day long, just for them to prove me wrong and put themselves in the Super Bowl. So
Okay.
you can't be let down
It's
that
a
way.
reverse psychology,
You can't
huh?
be
No.
let down. You know what I mean?
My
You're like,
team
they're not going to win.
sucks so bad.
They're not going to win. They're not going to win. And then they win, and you're like, holy shit, it happened. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
for
Oh darn, I was wrong.
I can tell you, the playoffs this year have been phenomenal.
Yeah.
Every
Crazy.
game has
Top
been
tier.
awesome, man.
Yep.
Awesome to watch. Every game.
It's been the year of the kickers.
Yeah, it has.
It really has
Yeah.
been, man.
Yeah,
and
you're
like,
right.
and
Well, see, I would argue too that it's also been the year of the quarterbacks, man. I mean, like Joe Burrow, Josh Allen. I mean, these guys, Pat Mahomes. These guys are lights out, man. Just so Tom Brady could have another outstanding year, they added another game. Just so he could have an outstanding year. Look at Tom Brady just smashed all his records because he had 18 games to do it. See?
yeah.
You know who I feel bad for? Ben Roethlisberger. And I'll
Oh,
tell you
yeah.
why.
Really?
Because he
Yep.
just got overshadowed by Tom Brady.
Again.
Yeah.
Again, he gets
Yeah.
overshadowed
Yep.
by Tom Brady.
And wouldn't it be funny too? Because they're both going to be eligible the same year for the Hall of Fame. If
Yeah.
like
If he
Brady,
gets-
Brady's going to get in.
Yeah.
Like, for some
Well, so is
reason.
Roethlisberger.
Oh yeah, but wouldn't it be weird? Like
They're
some
going to
reason.
make him wait.
Yeah, or he'll be like, I'm gonna like sign a contract as like a punter.
Right.
So I can get back in the NFL and like change my draft class. Yeah, fuck you, Brady.
And the Rams too. I'd like to see Stafford. He deserves a Super Bowl. The guy's been at it for 13 years.
Oh, I
Let's
know.
go
He's been
Rams.
around
Dude,
shitty
it's
teams.
the battle of the
Rams
nines
fan.
this year.
Yeah.
It's the battle of the nines.
Yeah, it is.
Both quarterbacks are number 9.
Yep.
So it's going to be a good game.
Well,
It is.
with Matt Stafford being there and Eminem being part of the halftime show,
The
it's
closest
that
Detroit's
has
gotten
ever
to the
gotten
Super Bowl.
I love that. I saw that
Damn it.
today. I thought that was hysterical
Yeah, that was
when I
great.
saw that. I got to give a big shout out to my boy Tommy Borgia. He's saying happy Disruption Network 5 years. Thank you, buddy. Our boy Nash is checking in and saying, hey, fellas, Austin's a monster behind the kit. I
What's
need
up,
to catch
guys?
a show ASAP.
February 26th.
February 26th.
Surfside Tavern in Herkimer. Doors are at 8 o'clock, $5 cover.
Are you playing by yourself, or you got another band playing with you?
Just pepper on the salad.
Yeah. You got a
well,
full night of music?
well, we have, as a band right now, we have about 2 hours, maybe hour and 50.
Oh, great.
That's
So
great.
we'll do an hour set, take a break. So for New Year's, what we did was we played for about an hour, and then we took like a 20-minute break, played a couple covers, did a ball drop celebration, and then finished our set. We were out of there by 12:45.
Oh, right on.
But we did have an opener that night. Our buddy
Harley Woolsey.
yeah,
In
who
Word.
him and his buddy, they just played loop tracks, but they played guitar along to him, and,
cool.
and he sang over him, and it was
pretty
was
good.
very cool. It was
Yeah.
very, very cool, very different, very talented. I was definitely the perfect opener. You know what I mean? For as far as like just looking for somebody to set the tone for the night. You know? And,
Yeah.
like they did a great job.
Awesome.
We'd love to have them back or do anything with them again in the future. And not only that, Bobby's been doing some networking. So like we're trying to make a Utica run this summer. Hopefully.
Utica run.
Yeah, bro. Trying to make a Utica run.
Dude, that used to be so hard, like way back when.
Yeah.
It was like because back we used to have places to play in the Valley. Believe it or not.
Oh, we
you
still.
know?
Wait, what do you mean? We still do?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, anyway. So, like, we got a gig at McGill's. You know,
right.
we got a gig at McGill's. We were like, we're getting there, guys. We're almost up Route 5. We've almost made it to Utica. And I just remember feeling that way. It was like, man, this is close as we've been to Utica the whole time we've been a band, and that's been like 10 years. It's crazy. But like once you get into Utica, it's like, then all of a sudden you're like, phew, like all over the city, and you're playing everywhere, so it's great.
Yeah.
Once you guys get there, you'll be, oh my God.
So right now,
Be great.
I know Bobby's. He talked to the people down at Nail Creek. They're looking forward to getting us in there
You'd
over
be a
the
good
summer.
fit over there.
Yeah.
We got. I know.
What a great place.
Woodland Brewery on the Glass Factory, right?
Yeah.
Or
Yep.
up 12. I know they said that to shoot them an email. One of my buddies that I work with at Beacon Skiff, he's the stage manager at Funk in Syracuse.
Oh, cool.
So he said that, if you guys want to, dude, they need bands like they're
Funk and
looking-
Waffles?
Yeah, they're
I
looking
thought
for
they were just original.
they're looking for
acts, though.
bands. I honestly
No.
I don't know.
No?
They'll do pretty much.
I know they do. Don't they
like
do,
Michael
like-
Jackson tributes?
They do
and
Grateful
Prince
Dead
tributes.
night every
Grateful
week.
Dead
Oh, wow.
nights.
Yeah,
and
so
stuff. You
but
guys would fit great
they're-
over there.
they're-
Showtime?
Absolutely.
Wow.
They're looking for bands to put in rotation. So they said, and we're trying to record a single actually next week. So
Awesome.
hopefully next week, once we get that single and everything done, we'll have we'll be ready to like throw a nice press package together.
That's
and
great.
then to just start handing out to bars. I know Brian from Fratello's said,
Oh, dude.
whenever we're ready, let
Yeah.
him know.
How do people get a hold of you if they're interested in booking?
For now, message our Facebook. Usually goes right to my phone. We're in the process of establishing Instagram, YouTube, and an email.
There is an email right now, isn't there?
I know Matt.
It's pots315@gmail.com.
He did make it.
Yeah.
Okay, so then, so we have email. Oh, and another thing, just purely coincidence, the acronym for our band name is POTS.
Perfect.
So
They're hand in hand, man.
So our Facebook is all capital letters, POTS315, and then same thing with our email is not capital letters, POTS315@gmail. We have 2 videos on YouTube right now. One was filmed and edited by the one and only AO.
Hey, yo.
Yeah.
He did our
Tell
first.
them, hey,
He
yo,
did our.
hey, yo.
So he did our first video of our show at where was it? St. Johnsville for Greg's
Oh, yeah.
Fest.
Yep.
Oh,
That-
cool.
we have a video of our original song Hustle Shuffle up there, and then we just had our friend Megan Polinsky of Megalini Productions.
Yep.
Any photography, videography, whatever you want, she does it all. Very, very great to work with. Very, very affordable. Get a hold of her on Facebook as well. I'll plug Megan because she does a lot for the band. But she just put together a video for our original song Samurai from our New Year's Eve set.
Cool.
And that's on YouTube. We released that about a week ago.
Samurai into Tooth Decay. Is that
No, I wish,
is that a
dude.
good
I
segue?
wish.
Different keys.
More like.
Well, wait a minute. There's only 4 to choose from.
I wish we could do Samurai into Tooth Decay, but I think both of those songs are equal contenders to either be set openers or set closers. So you don't
gotcha.
want to put them too close together. You know.
Yeah, but if you jam enough, then one could be the set opener, and then you can just roll right into the set ender and just get off the stage like
modulation.
Be
People.
like, fucking mic drop, I'm out.
They're like, what happened? They played a song. Like, no, it was really 2.
Checking over on the EC radio page, Uncle Groovy checking in. He wants me to thank the girl for the dance. I think he's talking about my girl. They were dancing.
Oh, at Vernon Downs, yeah.
Downs, they were dancing together
Yeah,
while I was playing the slot machines, losing money.
I saw that. You just saw your face getting like more and more angry as you're just sitting there. You've been watching the band for a little bit, and then you just see him go.
Yeah, that's it. I'm losing
Every
my money.
spin gets more pissed.
Yeah, exactly. So I got a question. What is pepper on a salad logo look like?
Okay.
I'm just curious to know this, man, because all I can see is like a cartoon salad with just pepper being shaken out.
So,
You know what I
okay.
mean?
So we don't have a logo per se yet.
Yet.
So, but the way we're talking, I feel like you're thinking more like album art, T-shirt design. You know
Sure,
what I
sure.
mean? Whereas right now we do have on our Facebook, we have a prototype version of a shirt that we want to have printed up. We just need, we're working on the funds to do it. But it's POTS in the Cops font. Like from the TV show, you know? And then
I love it.
and then I was thinking, and this is just me personally, I want to get a little chef as a kick drum head. Or like a giant bell pepper, you know?
Perfect.
Hey, the bell pepper is easy, man.
Yeah,
That's a
so.
hop, skip, away
But
on the printer.
that is one option we've discussed as far as graphic designs or logos go. The whole reason the name even came about is I went up to our guitar player's camp in Old Forge, and it was just him, his parents, just hanging out, and he was like, yeah, come up, we'll cook food and whatever. So me and my fiance, we got there pretty late at night. They had a fire going. We sat down, and I don't remember what the hell we were talking about. And Matt said something along the lines of, yeah, spice it up, crack some pepper on that salad. And I was like, dude, that would be a sick band name. And then like 3 weeks later, we were trying to figure out how to change the name from Carnelian to what it is. And I'm like, guys, I'm sorry, but I think this is our best shot. And there was no veto among the group.
Nah.
So that's what we decided to roll with. Plus,
love it.
it's interesting. You know what I mean? Like, people read that and they're like, what? Like, I know I've had a few people ask me, like, if I'm serious. And I'm like, yeah, no, like, that's our actual band name.
I got so many ideas running through my head. Like
Right.
like a music video starting out with like you guys ordering dinner and the waiter coming up and being like, would you like some pepper on the salad?
So we wanted
Yeah.
Would you like some nice cracked pepper on the salad?
we thought about naming the EP Say When.
I fucking love this.
Yeah,
Oh my
so-
God.
You
can
gotta
take
watch
off
that
with
Saturday
these
Night
things,
Live.
man.
Yes.
That Saturday Night Live skit from back in the day with Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Fresh pepper. Yeah.
Is that the opera waiter?
Yeah, kind of. Kind of. There was Opera Man, but
Opera
he
Man,
was,
yep.
it was the Italian restaurant.
Yeah.
We do have another comment over on Facebook. My man AJ Bates from
Yeah.
Handsome Bob. He's saying these guys sound dope. Nail Creek Summer 2022. You guys should link up with Handsome Bob.
Yeah, definitely.
Once we can start, once we get our press package put together more, we definitely want to start. Handsome Bob, Career Mode. Our friend Kevin Fox said he'd throw us in the loop for rotation for the shows that they're putting on.
Sweet.
But if there's any bands that want to play with us, if you guys got shows, if we get shows, we'll return the favor. We're always looking to network, make new connections, make new friends to go on the road with. Because, in my opinion, there's no reason the local bands around here can't look at a festival and say, look, this is what we do. Give us a noon Sunday spot. You know what I mean? Like, and if we can open a festival this summer, one spot on a festival, I'm a happy camper. I don't need to do anything for the rest of the year. You know what I mean? So, like,
I'm with you on that.
I think that, like, there's a lot of talent in the area.
Tons.
And there's a lot of talent that that hasn't been around and is brand new, or has been around and has been around forever. But there's a lot of things, and I think we need to get the scene back up and running again, back to what it used to be.
Oh, yeah.
You mentioned festival. I'm having a flashback. Do you remember the Clone Jam that we played?
Oh my! Wait,
remember that?
Clone Jam, dude. I don't want to talk about that Clone Jam.
This guy over here.
I ate so many mushrooms and played.
So that was
God.
that was the night. I also was not in the right state of mind.
Yeah, 'cause you spilled all your mushrooms on your stairhead.
No.
And your dad was cleaning them up.
No. So what happened is I was tripping playing the set.
Me too.
And I saw a hand come from behind me, and it scared the shit out of me. So I fucking hit it because I didn't know what it was. It was Mike Franz handing me mushrooms, and I knocked his whole bag into the water cooler, in the beer cooler.
That's
So
right.
my dad was fucking scooping them out and handing them to people.
Oh my God!
Yeah, so
what
that one happened.
are you trying to be Jerry Garcia and dose everybody at the show?
So then,
It was so crazy.
later on that night, I blacked out, and Dan was asleep, and Joey, our buddy Joey,
Oh, God.
was just ripping through tents looking for people, somebody to help me, because I was puking blood and bile.
What a morning.
I found a bag of red wine that I
Yep.
don't remember finding, and was puking red wine, and everybody
Everybody thought
was
it was-
tripping,
oh,
thought I
my
was
God.
physically dying. They wake Dan up.
Joey
He's
thinks
late
I'm.
for,
He
he's
thinks
late
I'm
for-
lesbians. He's like,
in a tent.
"You're not lesbians," and he freaks out. And I'm like, like fell asleep an hour ago, and I'm like, "Who is screaming at me right now?" And then they're like, "Austin died. You got to get out here now." And I'm like, out that tent fast as you can say words about it.
Oh my God, dude! Street Rock played
my
that
God.
show, and we all decided as a band collectively, let's eat some mushrooms.
That was such a good time, though.
When they were kicking in, I'm just like, whoa, am I playing that right? It got so crazy.
We were in the-
I can't even imagine.
We couldn't stop fast.
It was
enough.
excellent.
It's time to get off the stage.
Yeah,
I
man.
just want to go hang out.
Dude, it was a great time, though.
Oh, it was so much
Dude,
fun.
all the bands killed it.
Do you remember?
All
Do you
the
remember?
bands
The,
killed
Wait a minute, are
the,
you sure that all the bands killed it, or was everybody just that fucked up? Because I'm trying to think, like, it was one of those things like the Family Guy episode where they think that they're playing really good, and then at the end of the episode you hear that they
They're
actually
just
are just
wicked
making lots of
baked.
noise. Yeah.
That was that show.
What was that?
It was so much fun.
Wait, what was the night? What was the other street rock festival that I went to with you guys? That was the dude Seventh Heaven with the guitar.
Oh
and the band.
yeah, that's right.
What was that?
I can't remember, but it was a some hippie festival.
All I know is that they had a bunch of hay statues that looked like people that they lit on fire, and I
Yeah.
was like, guys, this is like weird. Like, it fucking piss poured.
Yeah.
Piss poured for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And then who was the one dude? He did like the spoken word rap.
Yeah. I can't remember.
Mooney.
Oh yeah, Mooney.
Mooney played.
Yeah, from Subsoil.
Yes,
that's
Mooney.
right.
Mooney played.
You got a great memory.
And then I don't know how I was fucking wasted that whole time. But like
You teched for us that night.
I did.
Yeah, that's right.
I dude, that shit was. You had no business being there at all. Like,
it was like you had all these hippie jam bands, Grateful Dead, and then street rock.
and then
Oh my God.
yeah,
better
dude.
have my money.
Yeah, it was that night. Oh, dude, that Paper Mill. I did merch for you guys at Paper Mill.
that was fun.
Me and Dad did Paper Mill for
That's
you
right.
guys.
Yeah.
I loved
Yeah,
your
man.
merch, by the way. Like, you guys were just so so
Thanks,
awesome.
bud.
I loved it.
You and Dad were a huge help for that show.
Yeah, dude, that was
We-
so, dude.
we played
Any
with,
show, it was such a
Sublime,
good
right?
time.
Or
Yeah, Badfish.
Badfish.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was
Yep.
that was a good time. But I remember that one, and I still have Seventh Heaven on record.
No
So
way.
I got to tell the story. So it was like you said, it was raining. So luckily for us, I had my van back then, and so we all just
Right.
piled in a van. We just hung out, drinking, smoking, whatever, hanging out. And some guy was just like
He
outside.
stole
the van.
someone's guitar.
Yeah, he stole somebody's guitar, and he got in. And we're like, hey, play us a song. And I recorded him the whole time. And he's just playing these songs for us. And I
Guys, wait. That was Rainbow.
It was not
Dude,
Rico.
no.
I could actually play. He was in
No,
tune.
Yeah, he was like saying all the chords he was playing. He's like, you guys you don't understand the seventh chord, and he played every chord with a seventh imaginable. He's like, it's just seventh heaventh, brother. And like at one point I had to get out of the van because like I just couldn't take it. Like I was.
feel like I'd be
he
dead
was
if I hung out
he
with
was
these guys.
cool. I'm not gonna say like the dude was totally harmless.
He was,
but like like
Yeah.
he was just wasted, just rambling.
Like everybody else in that festival.
Dude, it was a wild, wild time.
I just love festivals because it's like, once again, I've said a million times on the show that I love hanging out with other musicians. It's like my favorite thing in the world to do. So especially like a festival when you're on kind of early and you got nothing else going on the rest of the day, it's like you're going to get there because you got to be there like an hour, 2 hours early. You roll in, you get all your gear in, and then you sit there and you're hanging out with all these people.
Yeah.
And all these like-minded people. Everybody's cool. Everybody can't wait to watch everybody play and drinking beer, partying, having a great time. And it's just like, I don't know. It's nothing beats that shit,
See,
man.
Dan's got more festival experience than I do. He is.
I can't take that.
He's the guy.
You're a
He's the
festy
guy.
kid.
A little bit.
He makes the props. Like the fire stuff and the LED stuff.
I love that stuff.
That's really cool.
That's what makes a festival.
Yeah.
Especially that night too.
You gotta-
we were all kind
yeah.
of just standing around, and all of a sudden they start lighting shit on fire. We're like, oh, this is great.
Yeah. But yeah, so like, I mean, I don't know, Dan. You think we're festival ready or close to?
We're indefinitely on track. I say like we give it like another few months on this for just making sure we have things smoothed out. We have like the new stuff we've talked about that is merely an idea yet, just truly put in place, which shouldn't take us long. I mean, honestly, if you saw how it works when we play, it's like, oh, hey, guys, I had this idea for the song. It goes bling, da, da, ding, da, da, ding. And then before you know it, 5 minutes later, we're like, all right, we got a 4-minute song, and it goes like this.
Well, how'd you guys write it? Well, we all sat in the room and just Beavis and Butt-headed it out. You know what I mean? Like that's
I love that.
Well, I was going to say it's either that or some random person comes in when everybody's on mushrooms and writes all your lyrics for you and then disappears into thin air.
I'd be thankful. I'd be like, thanks for the work, man.
Thanks,
if I can
man.
get a creative license, I will. Like, here you go, man. Here you go.
It's called
Yeah.
Fogman on the album.
we definitely are. We're getting ready to be ready for whatever people want to throw at us this summer. We'll have a single done, hopefully soon. I know I'm tracking drums on the 4th with Nick Tallarico.
Oh, cool.
He's doing the drums. He's doing
It's got a
everything.
cool little setup, man. He's sending me
Dude,
pictures.
he stumbled upon this gold mine of a band room. Same building you guys are in. Same hallway.
Same hall. Oh, at the Marine Corps?
Yeah, the very other end.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So I'm gonna be recording the drums there this
Cool.
Friday.
That
and
makes for a
then-
good live room, those rooms, too.
Yeah,
Big
so
time.
it's gonna be a good time. We'll have that done. Hopefully, have that out with the 2 music videos. Hopefully, have some merch. Hopefully, have some actual logos and graphic designs with a little bit more professional of a press kit, and we should be good to go by May. I think May June.
You grew up right before my eyes, kid.
I know, dude. He's been watching me play drums since I was like
forever.
15, 16,
seriously.
something like that.
Yeah, what was the first band? Was it Sayo or was it Copper Vein?
It might have been Sayo.
So,
I think it was Sayo, so like 16, 17.
Yeah.
And then, because I think I was, I think I had like turned 18 or something when I was in Copper Vein, or like 2020, somewhere around there. So yeah, definitely the metal first, though.
Yeah, it was the metal first.
Yeah.
Oh, man. If you want to go way back, this is like Condemn the Week, going back to like
Oh, my
13,
God.
14-year-old Austin.
That was
you know what I mean?
before Sayo, man.
Going way back when like all the Herkimer venues were open.
Pizza
Yeah.
Boys, Pizza Boys. We played there with Within the Ruins.
Yeah.
From Massachusetts.
What a
Wait
nasty show.
a minute. What were the Herkimer venues open when you guys were kids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So for me, the as far as I can remember, the oldest one in Herkimer is the one I wasn't allowed in, which no longer exists. Where the dude went nuts in that building.
Glory days?
Yes. So it was open when I was a kid, but I wasn't allowed in it.
I can see the
So then,
flashbacks.
I would say for the first bars that I was allowed in to play with dad's supervision, obviously, was McGill's.
That's not Herkimer, though.
No, it's not. I didn't play any bars in Herkimer
Wow.
at all.
I love how he referred to it as the place the guy went nuts at.
Yeah, I don't want like I'm just trying to be like PC about it. you know? He went wild in the building
He
and
went
like
wild in
Well,
the
no,
whole village.
Yeah, the Mohawk and
The whole-
Herkimer. It was
yeah.
The
horrible.
whole valley.
Yeah.
Just shot people up.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was devastating.
yeah. So
Sure was.
but I remember when they were open. I remember
I vaguely remember when they were open.
Who's that now?
That's just because of
Glory days.
how much
days,
alcohol I consume.
You guys had a good run over there.
Oh, yeah.
Were you guys playing at Brownies a lot?
We played at Brownies until we didn't, and until we Glory Days opened up. We ended up in there, and then we just became. I mean, we would play there like with Showtime. Then Jose and Joe would play with. They had Electric Mayhem. They would come in there and play. I'd play every Tuesday by myself, and then Sean and I would play like on a Thursday, and like we were there playing all the time when we weren't playing. Like we would go in there just to hang out with people even if we weren't drinking. We'd go in there and get wings or something, just sit and watch a game. I mean, it was not even about the booze. It was just that type of club. You know what I mean? You just would go. It was like, we used to call it our treehouse. You know what I mean?
Which one was Deneen's?
Deneen's was where, do you know where the Astroga house is right now? In
Yeah, the
Albany
old-
Street, the old Albany Street Cafe.
What was it?
Oh,
What was it before Astroga?
Oh, God. What's her face owned it?
Something pub, Beer Belly.
Beer Belly, yeah.
Yeah.
And then
or
there's-
no, Belly
No,
Up.
Belly Up.
Belly Up.
Yeah.
Beer Belly is the place in
Yeah.
Ilion.
Yeah.
That's my bad.
There was
Belly
a
Up Pub.
Southside pub too, right?
Southside Pub, Tim Marusik. That's where I first met John Liebing on a Tuesday.
Okay.
A Tuesday night, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Years and years ago. I used to clean that bar the next day on Wednesday.
And-
So I was going to college.
And then Rendy's.
Yeah. Rendy's was exactly where Glory Days was.
Well, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so Rendy's turned into the Waverly Pub, which then turned into Glory Days. But it used to be a long time ago General Herkimer Hotel.
General Herkimer Hotel.
That's what it was before Rendy's.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got Deneen's over there. You had
Was that the one they had two spots? Yeah, one side was the bar, and then the other side there was a. It was big. It was a big place, but it
Deneen's?
was broken up into two rooms.
Deneen's.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah, no, you're right because that was the Albany Street, which was broken up into the two rooms there.
Yeah.
Then when Belly Up took it over, they sold off the other room, which is now the
Deli, yeah.
And then they closed it off so you can't get to the deli from there. So they just closed it off, and that's that one room now. And then when Belly Up sold it, they sold it to the Astroga House, and that's just that one room.
Okay.
So now I'm going to bring it way back because, all right, so if
Way
I'm
back, what, 2004?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, probably like 2007.
Easy there, you're making the old guys frustrated.
I was just saying, I was like Justin sweating over here.
One of the first ever venues I ever played in, please tell me you guys remember, on Main Street in Herkimer, Diane's Cafe, which is now Sam's Grocery next to the
that was
M&T.
That was the old
Bongos.
coffee bar. The old coffee bar.
Coffee bar, man. That was when I first started getting into the local scene, skateboarding, playing drums. Diane's was the place to go. They did open mic night, I think, like every Wednesday or
Oh my
Thursday.
God. You started the same way I did. It was like the coffee bar was the same thing, and like that was when I used to wear the big bottom jeans and smoke closed cigarettes. You know, I went through that phase in like '99.
Did you listen to a lot of Korn?
No, we listened to
Dave Matthews.
Yeah, we listened to like Dave Matthews and like yeah, like Fish
I'll
and
do
like
it every time.
Grateful Dead. We were more like a cross between skateboarders and hippies.
So you
It was
guys liked
that
a
was
lot of ska.
Yeah, we like ska. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
I love
And
ska.
we were pissed off when No Doubt came out because it's not real ska, man. It's that fucking bullshit. Fuck No Doubt.
Hey, Seth's saying hello. Seth Becker from the Old Main. saying
Yes.
hello to
Hey,
Austin.
how we doing,
That's
buddy?
my dude right there. It's funny. I was doing Antique Fest this past weekend at the Stanley, and there was a guy that works at Munson, and him and Seth look identical to each other. And I thought it was Seth, and I was like, "Hey, Seth, what's up, man?" He's like, "I get that all the time." Not Seth. He was just like frustrated with it.
I actually, I went to Herkimer with Seth and Nash before they were the Old Main and they were the Birdseed Bandits.
Oh,
yeah,
wow,
Birdseed.
yeah.
I used to break their balls and call them the Birdseed Buttholes or the Butthole Bandits. And one fine Herkimer College class show that we put on, they announced themselves as the Birdseed Buttholes, and I was very happy. It made my day.
Yeah.
But no, it's Nash and Seth are awesome, man. I love those guys.
Me too.
I actually Bright Vibes, Oma Gang, this past summer, I'm put up a 250, stage line, and I see them walk in, and I'm like, fuck are you guys doing here? They're like, we're playing. And I'm like, that's awesome. Well, let's hope your stuff sounds right.
That's
I might have plugged things in wrong.
You're doing a lot of production work right now, huh?
I'm trying to.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. I work for Bill DiPaolo
Bill, yep.
out of Rome.
Yep.
I got hooked up with the Stanley, thanks to you, which thank you very much, by the way.
Have you been doing gigs?
I did the Donna Summers, and then I got Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh, you're coming
Nice.
this weekend?
Yep.
Oh, cool.
So I got that one. I do work for the Turning Stone. I do all the shows at Beacon Skiff, all the shows at Omegang. Well, not all of them, but the ones that DSP gets. You know that.
What a freaking place, Omegang! Like to have a show like that's
beautiful.
so cool.
Did
Have you seen a show there
gorgeous.
yet?
Did
No, I
anybody,
haven't.
dude?
No.
So
Awesome.
I worked the Modest Mouse show, and I'm standing there, and I see a big flash behind me, and I'm like, "Please tell me that's a firework." No boom, and I'm like, "Guys, we got heat lightning." So they shut the show down and evacuated. It was like such a disaster.
Oh,
It
wow.
didn't rain one time,
Oh my god!
but like every 20, 30 seconds, flash.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, it's. What is it, half hour or
So
something?
rule of
It's
thumb
like,
is within,
Oh, yeah.
within 5 miles, you
Within
have
5
to shut
miles,
it down.
yeah, to shut it down, evacuate
Yeah,
everybody.
I think that's New York State law, right?
Yeah, it's a
It's
certain.
just general rule of thumb
Yeah.
for any kind of show,
Is
no
it?
matter
Yeah.
where it is.
Yeah, because
Yeah, 'cause
of how
that's
much
bad.
the generators and everything. Like
Oh, yeah.
it's,
Everything.
all right, so we were doing a loadout this past summer at Beacon Skiff. I don't remember if it was for Old Crow or let's say it was for Old Crow Medicine Show. It was a big stage, and nothing's going on, and all of a sudden the truck guy is like, "Guys, we got lightning on the radar. It's pretty safe distance, but it's coming." Within minutes, it struck, and he checked his thing. It was 900 feet from the stage.
Wow.
But it didn't show up on the radar until it hit. Like, that's how, you know what I mean? It was,
Get seriously hurt.
yeah,
Yeah,
it was
that's
weird,
scary.
dude. I've never experienced, like, I've felt like subs hit my chest, but like that was all I could think was one of the apple trees got hit, and like Tom and Jerry, you got pies falling from the tree.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like that shit was wild this summer.
Just, I got a comment out there wanting to know if you've ever heard the band Grand Central Station.
I want to say yes.
Why does I feel
Yeah,
like
I
that
feel
sounds
like-
familiar?
Yeah, John, you're gonna have to.
Is that an old funk band?
I don't know.
I think it is.
Maybe you're
Maybe
gonna have to
not.
elaborate on that. I
Yeah.
think
Grand Central Station.
that reminds me. It's time for another UC. Anybody want anything?
And this UC is brought to you by Saranac Brewery.
Sure, man.
I'll take one chair.
Get the boys drunk, Justin. Come on, get them drunk. I'm good. We're gonna jump into this cake in a little bit because we are celebrating.
I've been staring at it low key over here like
Have you?
every
I
so
can't
often.
lie.
It's because you got the munchies, Dan.
Bro,
That's why.
when we walked in and you were like, "Yeah, we're gonna eat some cake," I was like, "Wow, today really got awesome."
I didn't expect it. All of a sudden, Instacart showed up.
Dude, you
baby.
gotta
you, man.
love,
I
you gotta
appreciate
love
that.
people.
Shout out to Kelly
Thanks,
for
brother.
giving us a cake today, and you're the best, babe. So thank you so much.
Dude,
I forgot it was our 5-year anniversary.
you did too. That was
I
so
did.
funny.
I totally forgot.
Cheers to the
Cheers.
D.
Yeah,
Cheers.
cheers to the D.
To the
Thank you
D.
guys. Thanks for your support. Thank
Cheers,
you
guys.
everybody out there
Cheers.
that watches, and thank you, Austin. Thank you, Dan.
Oh, absolutely.
Cheers,
no
guys.
problem, man.
Much love to you all.
Just throwing it out there. I technically have a Utica Club tattoo on me.
what do you mean technically?
Technically.
It's Utica City Hardcore, but it's for Utica.
You got
It
a
just
lighter?
say UC on it.
Do I have a lighter in my coat? Yeah,
Cool.
I'll grab it.
You got a lighter on you? Anybody?
No, I left it in the car.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. I was like, yeah, I mean, you're asking a bunch of stoners if they got lighters, and nobody's got freaking anything.
I know, right? I don't have anything. I was looking for matches and lighters and all this stuff. I couldn't find it. Thank you, buddy. I'm gonna light this up. John Caprero saying they're a 5-piece band, alternate women singers. Lead singer's fantastic. You have to hear them singing their prayer, first in English, second verse in Italian.
Oh wow.
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
Yeah.
I just actually worked for. Have you ever heard of this group called The Crossing?
The Crossing, no.
I worked.
Love this new music. Tell me, brother.
I worked for them last night at Hamilton, and it was just a choir. I would assume it's, somewhat religion related, but like some of the notes that these girls were hitting were
Yeah.
out of this world, man. And like when when you're sitting backstage, all the lights off, you sit there and like you close your eyes and like you can really like zone out
Sure,
to
sure.
whatever they were doing, and like
Yeah.
they had these cool. Like handbells with the rubber mallets that you use like the
Right.
slapstick. Dude, real cool, real talented.
What kind of instruments do they run with the choir style? Or is it just straight a cappella?
So they were supposed to have a band, and the band like couldn't get here from Ireland or something.
oh, whoa.
Wow.
So I don't really know what was going on, but I know that they usually like they had me pull the bass drum, a concert bass drum out, and we're like, no, we're cutting that. So I would assume they have some sort of actual music that goes along with it.
Sure.
But for the performance that I did yesterday, it was just all choir, bells, triangles,
Wow.
little hand chimes, and
That's cool.
The crossing.
the best was they pull out this giant one and you play with it and go boom, and it's like the lowest note on the scale. It's so cool, man.
All right, Justin, why don't you blow out the candle? Come
What,
on.
me?
Yeah, I want you to
Oh,
blow it
yeah.
out. I want you to blow it out. I say it every day. Local Music Monday does not happen without Justin, and we do not win that Sammy without Justin, which, by the way, have that nomination going on. I think we find out tomorrow if we made the final 8. So if we do, thank you to everybody that has been voting and has been supporting us throughout the Sammy selection process. Hopefully we get through and we march on to the finals and win it. And here we go. All right,
Hey,
so,
let's get it, man.
all right, yeah. We didn't even sing happy birthday, but
How many?
thank you. You're a great blower. I love it, bud.
You know what just happened there? I avoided singing.
Blow it, Justin. Stacey Waterman said blow it.
Blow it. Thanks, Stace.
We'll cut up this cake. And again, thank you to Kelly for hooking us up with this cake.
Yeah, man.
I can't believe 5 years went by real quick.
I know. I feel like Sayo was on. Dude,
You were
Sayo
in the other room.
Sayo released their EP 5 years ago, and I just got that awful, like not awful, but like bittersweet memory on Facebook.
I don't want to hear it,
You know what
youngin'.
I mean?
I don't want to
right.
hear it, youngin'.
Yeah, dude, listen.
This kid.
I don't know
Sayo
stuff like
20s
that,
over
man.
here.
Yeah, but Sayo
I'll trade
was
with you
like
right
my
now.
baby.
Oh, yeah.
It was, too. You
It
guys,
was.
You guys had some hardcore shit going
Tim
on. man.
Boyer.
They're playing-
You see Tim?
Tim saying COVID cake.
Yeah. Thanks, Tim.
He already had COVID. It's not COVID cake now.
Nope.
Thank you, Joe Town. She's saying way to go. Happy 5.
Oh, thank you.
5 years. Yeah, we've been so busy this past weekend, and I get home and I'm looking and I'm like, oh my God, today's the day. I forgot. But we launched it 5 years ago, and we made everybody change we made our good friends change the logo to the D.
Yeah,
on
I
the
did. I
Profile.
remember.
Did you?
Yep.
Yeah.
And people did it, and it was really cool. It was a great launch, man.
Mm-hmm.
It was a really, really good launch. So
I know 5 years later, you guys are still like,
kicking.
killing.
Dude,
Not even kicking. You guys are killing.
Yes.
Like,
Still
It's
kicking.
a big difference between kicking and running shit.
We've got some great programming going on
Yeah.
here with the Chamber of Commerce and Leveling Up, and also Agent Paranormal, Wrestle Fandom Radio, Movie Madness. I mean, a lot of good things.
Uncle
going
Louie.
on. Uncle Louie. Can't forget about my boys Carlo and Lou. It's funny, they were in Port St. Lucie the other day.
Yeah.
And my cousin lives down there, and he calls me from the bathroom of a pizzeria. He goes, yo, I think these Italian motherfuckers are in the same pizzeria as me. And I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. I'm like, go out there. Tell him you're on the phone with me right now. So he goes right out there. He goes, I'm Z's cousin. They're like, everybody turned Italian. Hey!
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, oh,
Hands
yeah,
around. Hey,
You fucking kidding me? Ah!
Can you believe the fucking marinade down here? It's nothing like it is in New York. Come on.
That was pretty much the conversation, too.
Yeah, exactly.
It's hilarious.
They think they know how to make pizza. They have no idea.
They're on tour right now down in Florida, and they'll be back next week. So hopefully in a week or two, they'll be back on the D, and we could get going. We do those happy hours, too, with our Patreon.
Nice.
And, you sign up for our Patreon, our exclusive, and you get the VIP Patreon, and we do this happy hour. And we have people from all over the world, Australia, Canada, Vegas, down in New York City, all over the place.
That's
And
awesome,
it's so much
That's
fun.
awesome.
And they've really, really brought a lot of people to the D as well. So big ups to Louie and Carlo and the Uncle
Long
Louie
live the
Variety
D.
Show. Yeah, bud. Yeah,
So,
buddy.
by the way, I think it was Austin that saved Lenny's skin the other couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
We played Poor Tim. It was the night, or it was Christmas week.
Yeah.
And we played at Fratello's, and his sister Tony works there, and Lenny, of
Your
course.
sister?
Yep.
Oh, does she?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lenny, of course, forgot a
Key.
drum key, which at least he didn't forget his sticks.
Can you believe I forgot my drum key?
Right.
Can you freaking believe this shit?
So-
I never forget my drum key. I may have forgotten a snare tube in my day, but I never forget my drum key.
All I know is that I get a phone
You
call.
saved it, man.
I didn't save anything. So I got a phone call, and my sister was like, "Hey, there's some dude named Lenny here that plays drums. Says that you know him." And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know him. I know of him through Gabe, actually. I
Sure.
know him through Gabe." And she's like, "You got a drum key?" And I'm like, I'm not home. So she actually called my dad. My dad saved the day. He had one of my old ones, some on one of his dressers. I got him floating around the house.
Yeah, yeah.
So dad saved the day, not me.
Your dad did a great job raising you,
Dad
pal.
saves
Yeah,
the
man.
day
He
for
did.
everything.
Shout out
man.
Mike.
You guys are
Shout
great
out Mike.
people, man. Your dad's an amazing human being. He's helped us out many times throughout the years.
Dude,
he's awesome.
I'll put it this way. So, Dad got me a drum, not even drums. He got me a drum when I was 8, and I didn't. And it's like, okay, it's loud, awesome, and I didn't really touch it. So it sat in a case until I was like 12, 13 years old, and like I started like wanting to do it in school and stuff, and then, and so on and so on. But he started rebuilding guitars and finishing guitars and like customizing guitars, and because my cousin Bobby was a guitar player and our buddy Jerry was my guitar player, like they're constantly like breaking strings, and they bought Ibanez's with floaters. So he learned the ins and outs of guitars, essentially to keep me playing.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So like he's got guitar, like if you ever come to the house, like I mean it's this wall plus this wall and the rack on the floor. Like even if you ever just need guitar work done, like he does everything. So but he's got all this stuff to where like you just need to show up.
Right.
And that the whole point in that is to keep me playing and keep me trucking. Cause
Are you guys still rehearsing there? Because like I still hear people like practicing.
Okay, so we haven't practiced in the garage in a few weeks.
Okay, so it was okay.
me. It was us.
Gotcha.
So what happened was we had the New Year's show, and we usually practice.
My God.
Oh, holy crap, Dan! Thank you. So we had the New Year's show, and we would usually practice like on the weekends because our guitar player has to drive from Albany. He doesn't get out of work till 4 on Friday. So, like, he drives down. We practice, but when we practice, his parents live in New Hartford, so we practiced the weekend, Well, we had the New Year's show, and we needed everything to go right, which they kind of did. But because I think we practiced too many days in a row during the week, my neighbor called the cops on us.
And this is where the Potts cops font.
Yes,
gotcha.
comes into play, and also our song "Action Jackson."
Yep.
It was about.
Does that go into Samurai?
No.
Okay.
Action Jackson.
Wait, does that go into tooth decay?
No.
It could. That actually could work out.
I'm trying to add these words together.
I love these song
These
titles.
song titles are incredible.
So we our song "Action Jackson" Dan wrote about his 5th grade bus driver, but it
I hate
also
that bitch.
it also applies to the neighbor for calling the cops as well. Not that. I mean, like, yeah, I get it. We're playing during the week, but like, we're not breaking any laws. We get done by 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Like, and by law, on the weekdays you have till 9. Weekends you have till 10. We never go 8:15.
I thought the weekends were till 11. I'll have to look at that.
Even still, we were in the law that much more. You know what I mean? So, unfortunately, now we have stuffed away the garage. Plus, I mean, you can't practice in -11 weather.
Yeah.
Even with a salamander, it's not fun.
Hey, the salamander is the driest thing to play in front of.
Oh my God, it's horrible.
If you've ever played in front of one, it's just the whole time, just pounding.
And it's like you can't drink enough water.
Yeah.
Like you're just sitting there, you got a gallon of water, you're just downing your all over. It's horrible.
So we've been practicing. Fortunately, Dan.
I have a music room in my house, and
Sweet.
it
So-
finally worked out. People came out to the middle of nowhere.
And and with middle of nowhere, he lives in Dodgeville, so he's got no neighbors.
429er, all right.
Yeah,
568 technically. I'm on that side of Dalgeville.
Oh, all right, okay, all right.
So he's got the spot, but then the old SIO band room down the street on First Ave, right after Palmer Street at Bobby's house. We've been debating on going back to our roots.
The revival, honestly.
Yeah, we've been debating going back to the original band room because Bobby's neighbors love it. Rocco from Copper Vein Clones. Actually, his dad is one of Bobby's neighbors.
Oh, great.
So like, you know what I mean? Like they I guess Bobby even says it. They ask, when's the music coming back? So we have Dan's house, we have Bobby's house. We can we can give Dad his garage back. You know,
Slowly but surely, you know.
Yeah.
He's been
I'm sure
housing-
Dad didn't mind though.
No.
He loves it.
Yeah.
I love this cake.
Well,
I'm about to try
It's
it.
funny because like I used to hear you guys practicing all the time, and it was metal. You know what I mean? And I'm like, man, that drummer's really good. I'm like, that band sounds really good. And my wife, she wasn't a fan because she doesn't like metal. You know what I mean? I like all kinds of music, but my wife is like, oh, those guys are practicing again. I'm like, that's cool, you know, whatever. And then she's like, no, but it's not metal this time. I'm like, what? And like I go out and it's not like, you know, and it's just you guys are
Not-
playing
well-
some jam and we're jamming out some jam music. I'm like, I don't know. I gotta ask Austin next time I see him. Is this the same dude, or is
Yeah, so there's,
you know, did your dad start hiring out his roof for other people? You know, like what's going on?
No, so we once I got like a significant PA system. If it's just me, I'll go in, plug my phone in, and try to get it so that like you could hear the song while I'm playing. So you'll probably hear metal on the block. But
Oh yeah.
I do have other friends that I was jamming with, and even though like no vocals, no yelling, but like I can understand where like blast beats and thrash guitar riffs like kind of get obnoxious to the neighbors, you know. But
Especially when they're old.
right, you know, and
Been badass old neighbors.
the neighbors actually on the block, other than Justin, like they're all musicians. The kid across the street, he plays an acoustic guitar related to Rocco. Two houses, the guy next door to me in the duplex sits outside with an acoustic guitar at a camp at his little fire. The kid next door to him, Justin Chapman, he's playing upstairs. You know what I mean? Like, so the whole block is riddled with music.
Yeah,
you know?
Frankfurt's always been that way.
Yeah,
There's
and
been a lot of talent coming out of that town.
And it's such. You'd never know it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like that's how little of a town it is. People
Yeah.
are like, and people only know me. Excuse me, not only from drumming, but because of my mom. You know, my mom's an Aiello. Everybody knows my family. It's like you can't get away from it. But when I graduated high school, the Joe Grippy Award for I didn't know that there was a swing band from Frankfurt called Top Hat. You know, so like music in the village has been very big for a very long time.
We were having that big reunion for that the marching band there, the Starlighters, that used to be out of Frankfurt, and like years and years ago, and that just came up. They're doing a whole big, huge reunion where all these people all over the country are going to come back to Frankfurt
Really?
and like
Wow.
get together and like that was
When's
this is
that?
like.
Yeah, sign me up.
I don't know. I think
What's
it's like
going
the end of the fall or something like that, like the middle of
Nice.
fall or something
Cool.
like that. I'll find out, let you know. But they've been planning it since last year. They go to like once a week to Fratello's and they eat dinner and they talk about what they're going to do.
Oh no, they come in during the day. How do I know
Yeah.
that? Because I make their food.
Oh, all right, there you go. Then you know.
Yes, I do.
Our boy Nick Tellerico checking in. He's saying
Hey.
Frankfurt Music Pride and R.I.P. Andy Jakovic. Jakovic?
I don't know.
I'm probably destroying that.
I don't know.
Probably a Frankfurt guy.
Probably.
I would imagine. There was a lot of talent that come out of that town.
Nick too. He's a Frankfurt kid.
Yep.
You know, he's I graduated with his younger brother Alex, and like Nick's drum set was like one of the first kits I ever sat behind.
Oh,
wow.
really?
Yeah. So
Even Nick tells that story.
he
He's
does.
saying that
Yeah.
Andy was in the Starlighters.
That makes sense then. Yeah. So
So that's like your inspiration right there.
kind of, sort of, you know,
So
like
cool.
me and Alex was a bass player, so like Primus, coming like going to his house after school, playing like Too Many Puppies, or like trying to play John the Fisherman, you know what I mean? But yeah, Nick's kit was one of the first kits I ever played on, and definitely the first double pedal I ever touched. You know, so that
Wow.
was I've Nick's known me since I was in the crib. Like that's how close we are for family.
That's awesome.
But again, if there's any musicians looking to record, get a hold of Nick Tellerico. He's very affordable. He's local. He's the master at drum recording. I mean, he'll get your stuff to sound nice, but
and he's a good fucking dude.
he's a good dude, man. He'll work with you on anything, whatever you need done. He's very reasonable, you know, and he's very intelligent with the music and music stuff that he does, you know. So if there's any time where I have like doubts about something I'm doing, and I'm like, yo, what do you think? You know what I mean? Like I showed him 2008. I showed him the song, and the part where it does the ride shuffle.
Yeah.
He goes, bro, you got to throw some Neil Peart stuff in there. Like, what are you doing, man? And I'm like, it's all right, take it easy, you know. But so he
Quit yelling at me.
so like
Yeah.
he did the Sio drum tracks back in the day. Like he's he's definitely somebody you'd want to work with if you're a local band looking to live record and or track individual band members, you know. So you can do it one of two ways.
Sweet.
But definitely get a hold of him.
That's great.
Austin, thanks for coming in, man. Dan, you guys keep it going. I'm glad to see you guys rocking. Like I said earlier, man, watching you guys grow up, it's been awesome.
Yeah.
So keep it up.
Thanks, man.
Keep up on those chops. Plug your show one more time before we get out of here.
So, all right, guys, we got Pepper on the Salad at the Surfside Tavern in Herkimer. Right up, if you know Herkimer, it's the old Kanji's bar. It's
Next to the giant Orthodox church?
Yeah,
the Russian
something like
Orthodox
that.
Church,
Right up past Lowe's. I want to say it's 259 Main Road. But anyway, Surfside Tavern,
Right East
February 26th, 8 o'clock doors, 5 o'clock cover.
$5.
5 o'clock, $5 cover, my bad.
This guy's
5
been talking
o'clock,
too much.
Yeah. $5 cover, my bad. And, yeah, come party.
I got to give a quick shout out to my man Matt Kostick, who came up with our Local Music Monday logo.
Love it.
Look at
There it is
that.
right
We
there.
finally got a logo.
Finally got a logo. We're going to have T-shirts really, really soon. He's in print right now, actually. I got to give a quick plug to Matt and his band Caustic Method are going to be playing with Poison the Prophet and Million Miles from Broadway for the Mike Hardy Memorial Show. That's coming
I
up.
just saw that flyer,
That's
man.
coming up on Saturday, March 26th. Mike was a great dude. I knew Mike from back in the day in a lot of the metal bands and the metal scene in the Syracuse, Rochester area.
First
That's
time
gonna
I
be
ever
at
saw Caustic was the DFB at the Hilltop in Frankfurt.
Yeah, for sure. Caustic
Yeah.
kicked ass, man.
Yeah. Wow.
And Matt's been one of my buddies for so many years. But that show is going to be on March 26th, memorial show for Mike Hardy. It's going to be at the Montage Music Hall in Rochester. So make sure you go check it out and support the cause. Mike was a great man, and unfortunately, he died on some COVID complications. It's unfortunate,
Sad.
man. It is so sad.
Hate that shit.
But also shout out to my sponsors, United Auto Sale, EJA Moving Services, Joey's at 307, Under Too Long, a book by Billy the Liquor Guy, Utica Coffee, Saranac Brewery, my attorney Dave Longaretta, and Ballsy, ballwash.com. Use promo code members only for a 15% discount. Justin, where are you at this week?
Friday, we're with the trio at the Celtic Harp. First time back there in a while. And then Saturday, we're at Vernon Downs, which, by the way, we haven't been there in almost 3 years.
Oh.
The last time we played there, when you were there. And we got there, like, everybody's like, oh, welcome back, guys. I mean, it's been a long time since we've been back there, so we were happy, you know, like, whatever. And, like, we get up on stage and play our first song, people are clapping. And, you know, like, when, like, you can tell when the clap is starting to die down, and then you can go on to the next song. They just keep clapping. A couple people
Somebody
stand up.
win something?
No, but that's where the thing is. So, like, all of a sudden, everybody stands up and they're clapping. They're like, welcome back, Showtime. We missed you guys so much. It was just so cool. You know what I mean? It felt really good to, like, you know.
Makes you feel good.
Yeah, man. It was really, really cool. So we're excited to go back.
There. It's a great little scene. I like the setup where you guys play in the corner.
Yep.
You had the whole crowd rocking that night.
Yeah.
And it was like the coldest day of the year. It was like
Oh, it was horrible.
-5 that night.
Yeah, Loadout sucks.
man.
Yeah, I'm sure it did. But it was super cool, man. Sit there, play the slots, and listen to some great music. And you can hear you throughout that whole
Throughout the
venue.
whole casino,
Throughout
yeah.
the whole casino.
Yep.
No matter where you are in that place, you can
Yeah.
hear the band. So I like what they're doing over there.
Definitely.
That Saturday night?
Yep.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Maybe you might see us. You never know. Awesome.
I love that.
Pepper on the salad. You guys, thanks for coming in. This has
Thanks
been
for
a lot of
having
fun.
us, man.
Yeah, thanks, man. Really
Definitely.
appreciate you guys.
See you guys really soon later.
One more thing.
What's that?
Let's go Bengals.
Looking to sell your vehicle? Contact the United Auto Wholesale Team. We'll buy it. Old or new, car, truck, SUV, van, call to set up an appointment. Then stop in, make the sale, and get instant payment. Sell your vehicle to United Auto's Wholesale Team.
Yeah. Do I really want to take beer with it? Yeah.
Stop to United Auto Sales. It's never hard to find a vehicle here. The lot is always loaded with cars, trucks, SUVs. Just take a look. I'll bet we have it, and if we don't, we'll buy it for you. United Auto Sales on Commercial Drive in Yorkville, where it's always easy to do business.